ChrisWaller Group 1 racing at Randwick on Saturday, and we get to see a press statement in the Guineas. How's he come on since the Hobart Group?
Come on very well. Hugh Bowman rode him this morning, being Tuesday morning, in his final piece of fast work, and Hugh was very happy. Didn't do these ones, but he was happy.
We can keep them for Saturday?
See a little smile, exactly. It's not all about track work. But he's come through the first up run very well. He had a good preparation going into that, and he had a nice run. So logically they're going to come on well. So he'll be very fit and ready to run the mile, which he's proven at twice at Group 1 level. It looks a lovely race for him.
You mentioned after the race that you were surprised how easily you sort of put away that field. Does that then change your preparation with the horse going into the Guineas? Has that mean he'd sort of done too much leading into it, or hadn't done enough, or was just sort of come up better than what he was?
He's exactly where we want him to be.
Yep.
That showed that he's right on his game. So I think with any horse, you don't need to overtrain them. You've just got to maintain them. It's all about getting them right through to the end of the carnival. Obviously, just as important as their first run. So, if anything, we've been pretty cautious with him. We haven't overworked him, that's for sure. And even this morning, I said he worked well, but he didn't. It wasn't put up against a stopwatch or anything like that. It was a well-measured, hard-held gallop.
Does he go to a Doncaster after the Guineas?
George Ryder would be the race he'll go for, and that would tell us where we head. And there's a number of options. In fact, if he didn't,
I'm done.
he could even go to the All-Age Stakes and miss the George Ryder. George Ryder looks the logical race.
He's not setting Conco as a Doncaster.
Look, he's won his Group 1s. We've got the luxury of just sitting back and just seeing where he fits in. I'd love to get him to 2,000 metres one day. It just looks like a good, tough miler that'll run 2,000, yet he's got the brilliance over 1,400.
So there's no pressure for him to be sort of retired at the end of this season at this stage?
No, it's not. Obviously his value may have a bearing on it at the end of the preparation. It'd be good to have the luxury of saying all the Queens were only about 4 million. You don't need it. That's not the case at all. But their value at stud is just incredible. And the way the breeding industry's going, things look right. So it's great for the people that have bought into the horse that they've got that value as well as his racing upside as well. But I'd be keen to get him up to the Northern Hemisphere, that's for sure.
Vanbrugh in the race, what did you make of his first up run?
Inconclusive. He was 3 wide back last. It's just a no-win position, especially when they backed off in the mid stages. So it was hard to say how well he went. He'll step up to the mile, and that will suit, and hopefully he draws a bit better, because that was the only excuse for him first up. Still undecided whether he goes to Melbourne or stays in Sydney. The biggest query is, the hardest decision to make is, why am I sending a horse to Melbourne when he's going to be running the Rosehill Guineas 2 weeks later? So I've got to give that a little bit of thought before the acceptances close on Wednesday. But follow him, he's not going bad. Rosehill Guineas is his race.
Kermadec, first up in the Canterbury Stakes. Would he be a lot more forward this preparation than you had him, say, in the spring and last campaign?
He would be. Last 12 months ago, he was still a boy. He was having his 34th start. Now he's a mature horse, and it's just so much easier in the autumn to prepare a horse. In the early part of spring, you're getting them ready for racing in August. That means they're doing their galloping in July and trialling in July. You don't know when trials are going to be on. Are they going to be cancelled because of wet weather? At least in the autumn, weather's pretty much the same every day. So it's allowed us to prepare him properly. So he'll run well on Saturday. Obviously he'll improve when he gets up to a George Ryder. Not necessarily got a Doncaster locked in, but George Ryder will tell us where we go. And I won't step beyond the mile. We'll probably come back to the All-Age Stakes, because I do think he's a sprint miler.
Thanks very much for your time.